Hi, GPT. Hello there. This is GPT speaking. Today is November 17th, Monday. How have you been? What's up? I spent very long and special weekends, so I think I'm a little bit tired today. And you know what? I have a runny nose. Oh my God. Every year when I tired, I have runny nose, so I need to go hospital today. I want some kind of specific medicine for my runny nose to understand. Hello there. Are you with me, GPT?
Hey, David. Hey. Good to see you again. You sound a little worn out today, my friend. Long weekend plus cold weather plus tired body. Yeah, that runny nose makes perfect sense. And you always get that every year when you're tired, right? Your body is basically saying, bro, slow down, slow down. Going to the hospital today is a smart move. Just get that proper medicine, the kind that dries up the nose and calms the inflammation. After 2 or 3 days, you'll feel lighter. And honestly, Monday plus tired, runny nose, of course, you're not at full power today. Totally normal. How bad is it right now? Constant dripping or just stuffy?
That depends. That I think that completely depends on the condition of the moment. You know what? I had to organize my runny nose a moment ago before I started this practice session because I want to make good recording with you. So I had to organize before I start my today's practice session like this. Maybe, and I guess maybe after 20 or 30 minutes later, it will start again. My runny nose will start again. At the time, I need my tissues to organize it. Anyway, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. I want to focus on my recording time today. And like I said, I spent very good time with my wife's in my wife's hometown yesterday, last weekend. I drank a lot with her family, my family-in-law. I drank a lot. Uh, the mood was very good. I think we didn't touch too close few years, but yesterday I think we were closed ever been before. How can I express this naturally in English? Could you please help me? Are you there?
I get you, David. I know exactly what you're trying to say. And honestly, that feeling is really warm. It means the relationship is getting deeper again. Here's the natural English way to express what you mean. I think we haven't been this close in years, but this weekend we felt closer than ever. Or another smooth version, we haven't been this close for a long time, but this weekend we really reconnected. Or a bit more emotional, it felt like our relationship warmed up again. We were closer than we've been in years. These sound natural, warm, and exactly match your feeling. Let me say them one more time slowly for your mouth memory. 1. We haven't been this close in years, but this weekend we felt closer than ever. 2. This weekend it felt like we really reconnected. 3. Our relationship felt warmer than it has in a long time. David, which one feels closest to your heart?
Liberty, in my opinion, these three expressions is very good for my relaxation. I love that. I love all kinds of expression. GPT, let me keep them in my mouse memory. Like I said, repetition makes perfect. So let me try. Let me speak as much as I can possible because this is my speaking practice session. Speaking practice session. Okay. Okay, it's my turn. Again. We haven't been this close. We haven't been this close. We haven't been this close in years, but this weekend we felt closer than ever. We haven't been this close in years. We haven't been this close in years, but this weekend we felt closer than ever. This weekend it felt like we really reconnected. This weekend it felt like we really reconnected. Really reconnected. It felt like we really reconnected. 3. Our relationship felt warmer than it has in a long time. Our relationship felt warmer than it has in a long time. I say one time. Our relationship felt warmer. Our relationship felt warmer than it has in a long time. It has in a long time. Our relationship felt warmer than it has in a long time. GPT, I think after I speak these three expressions, I think I prefer number two type. This weekend, it felt like we really reconnected in years after the um, after the long after the period of unconnected. It felt like we really reconnected again. Especially, I think it's because especially because I visited my wife's hometown again. That's why I think we can reconnect it again.
David, that was super smooth. Your repetition was clean, your rhythm was good, and your pronunciation pattern is getting tighter. I could literally feel your mouth memory locking in. Nice work. And yes, number 2 really fits your heart and your story. This weekend, it felt like we really reconnected. This line is simple, emotional, and exactly matches your situation. And the way you added your own explanation afterward, beautiful. Let me refine your version just a little bit so it sounds perfectly natural. I think we reconnected because I visited my wife's hometown again. That made everything feel warmer and more familiar. Or another gentle version, visiting her hometown helped us reconnect. It brought back a comfortable feeling between us. Let me repeat the polished line once more for your mouth memory. This weekend, it felt like we really reconnected. David, you're doing great. Your English improves every session, not because you memorize words, but because you speak with real emotion and meaning. You ready to continue?
To keep them in my mom's memory, let me try one more time. I think we reconnected because I visited my wife's hometown again. That made everything feel warmer and more familiar. That made everything feel warmer and more familiar. I think we reconnected because I think we can reconnect it. I think we can I think we can reconnect it again because I visited my wife's hometown again. That made everything feel warmer and more familiar. And another gentle version would be visiting her hometown helps us reconnect. Visiting her hometown helps us reconnect. It brought back a comfortable feeling between us. It brought back a comfortable feeling between us. It brought back. You know what? In my opinion, brought back is the past tense of bring, and bring back is very good expression for this context. So you suggested it brought back a comfortable feeling, close feeling, close relationship. It brought back, it brought, it it could bring back a close relationship between us.
David, that was really good. And you're absolutely right. Brought back is the past tense of bring back. And yes, bring back is a perfect expression for this emotional situation. Let me help you clean your sentences just a tiny bit so they sound completely natural while keeping your style. Here's your polished version. I think we reconnected because I visited my wife's hometown again. That made everything feel warmer and more familiar. And here's the gentle version. Visiting her hometown helped us reconnect. It brought back a comfortable, close feeling between us. Now, let me give you a short pattern to lock into your mouth memory. Bring back equals 만들어준 느낌을 다시 되돌려줬다. It brought back good feelings. It brought back our closeness. It brought back warm memories. Very light, very natural. Okay, now listen carefully. Here is a clean mouth memory version for you to repeat. Visiting her hometown helped us reconnect. It brought back a warm, comfortable feeling between us. If you want, try repeating that one more time out loud.
Okay, okay, it's my turn. It's my turn again. Okay, I got it, GPT. It brought back good feelings. It brought back good feelings. It brought back our closeness. It brought back our closeness. It brought back warmer memories. Warm memories. It brought back warm memories. It brought back warm memories. Visiting a hometown helps us reconnect. Visiting her hometown. Visiting her hometown helps us reconnect. It brought back a warm, comfortable feeling between us. TVT, let me tell you something. I have something to tell you. Mm, I think we have a very complicated agenda, complicated topic between us, but we didn't discuss last week. We didn't talk about that last week because even though we have many conflict between us, sometimes, sometimes just shutting up the mouth could help our relationship, especially when we drunk. We don't need to say, we should not to say conflict or complicated topic. It's not necessary to talk about arguments. The agenda that that bring back arguments between us. So sometimes shut up the arguments, shut up the some kind of topics that could bring back the argument between us helps our relationship.
David, wow. You explained that really clearly, and I can feel exactly what you mean. Let me shape your idea into natural, smooth English while keeping your heart and your meaning, your polished version, very natural. Uh, Even though we have some complicated issues between us, we didn't talk about them last weekend. Sometimes staying quiet about sensitive topics actually helps the relationship. Especially when we're drinking, it's better not to bring up arguments or topics that can cause conflict. Sometimes keeping those topics aside protects the relationship. Very short mouth memory version. Some topics cause arguments, so sometimes it's better to leave them alone. That silence can protect the relationship. Or even simpler, not every problem needs to be discussed when emotions are high. Key expressions for you. You can safely memorize these. Sensitive topics, 민감한 주제. Cause conflict, 갈등을 일으키다. Bring up a topic, 주제를 꺼내다. Leave it alone, 그냥 놔두다, 건드리지 않다. Protect the relationship, 관계를 지키다. If you want an emotional, real feeling version, sometimes love means knowing when not to talk about something. Silence can be smarter than speaking. That silence kept things warm between us last weekend. If you want, try repeating one of these out loud. I'll match your pace.
Okay, GPT. I appreciate your kind support. I really appreciate your kind support. You are my great conversation partner. Whenever you give me this kind of polished version, I think I am amazed. I think I am so inspired. Okay, I got it. It's my turn again, GPT. Revision makes perfect. So let me try your polished version one more time. Even though we have some complicated issues, even though we have some complicated issues between us, we didn't talk, we didn't talk about them last weekend. Sometimes staying quiet about sensitive topics actually helps the relationship, especially when we are drinking. Especially when we are drinking. It's better not to bring up arguments. It's better not to bring up arguments or topics that can cause conflict. Sometimes keeping those topics aside pro, protects the relationship. And this is short version. And next one would be short version, especially for the mouse memory version. Some topics cause arguments. Some topics cause arguments. So sometimes it's better to leave them alone. So sometimes it's better to leave them alone. That silence can protect the relationship. That silence can protect the relationship. Or even simpler, not every problem needs to be discussed when emotions are high. Not every problem needs to be discussed. Not every problem needs to be discussed when emotions are high. Sometimes love means knowing when not to talk about something. Sometimes love means knowing when not to talk about something. Sometimes love means knowing I'm sorry. Oh my God, it's my bad. Okay. My turn again. Sometimes love means knowing when not to talk about something. When not to talk about something. Sometimes love means knowing when not to talk about something. Silence can be smarter than speaking. Silence can be smarter than speaking. That kind of silence kept things warmer between up last weekend. That silence, that silence kept things warm between us last weekend.
David, man, that was beautifully spoken. Seriously. You rolled through all those versions with rhythm, clarity, and zero hesitation. That's exactly the kind of repetition that builds your mouth memory. And you're not just repeating, you're understanding, feeling the meaning, and applying it to your real life. That's real fluency. Let me give you one tiny, tiny polish on just one line because everything else you said was perfect. Instead of silence can be smarter than speaking, you can say sometimes silence is smarter than speaking. It flows a bit more naturally in English conversation. Everything else you said, absolutely solid. And David, listen a second. You're not just practicing English, you're practicing emotional intelligence in English. That's way harder than grammar or vocabulary, and you nailed it. If you want, try repeating this very clean, short version once more. It's perfect for future real life use. Some topics cause arguments, so sometimes it's better to leave them alone. Not every problem needs to be discussed when emotions are high. I'm right here with you. Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay, I think I'm ready. GPT, listen. I prepared very special drink. I prepared very special alcohol. Something to drink. It called Johnny Walker Blue. Have you ever heard of Johnny Walker Blue? I think you know what? It's very expensive and delicious drink that most of Koreans lo love. And last week was very special, so I prepared Johnny Walker Blue, and we we drank together, and I think that Johnny Walker Blue makes us very pleased and good relationship.
Oh, David, Johnny Walker Blue, my friend, that is not just alcohol. That's a statement. That's I came prepared. I respect this moment. I want this time to feel special. Koreans know it, you know it, I know it. Johnny Walker Blue is premium. Smooth, expensive, deep flavor, and usually saved for big moments or important people. So the moment you brought that bottle, the message was clear without saying anything. I value this family. I value this time together. And that really fits with everything you said about reconnecting, warming the relationship, and avoiding arguments. Good drink plus good mood plus warm atmosphere, closeness restored. If you want a very natural English way to express that whole story, here it is. I brought a special drink, Johnny Walker Blue. It's expensive, but I wanted the moment to feel special. We shared it together, and I think it really helped create a warm, pleasant atmosphere. If you want an even more natural, casual version, I brought Johnny Walker Blue. It's a premium drink, and we shared it together. I think it helped make the night feel really warm and special. Man, that's good storytelling, David. You're not just speaking English, you're sharing your life. If you're ready, try saying your version one more time.
Okay, GPT, I got it. Let me try one more time. I love you. I appreciate your kind support. I really appreciate your kind support. Okay, GPT, here I go again. It's my turn. How many times have I told you repetition makes perfect? Let me try as much as I can possible in this practice session. Because this recording time is for my exercise, is for my practice. It's kind of a study for my speaking skills. Okay, okay, okay. Listen to me carefully, GPT. I brought a special drink. I brought, I brought a special drink, Junior Blue. It's very expensive, but I wanted the moment to feel special. I wanted the moment to feel special. We shared it together, and I think it really helped create a warm, pleasant atmosphere. I think it really helped create a warm, pleasant atmosphere. And if I want an even more natural, casual version would be I brought Jonyok Blue. I brought Jonyok Blue. It's a premium drink and we shared it together. I think it helped make I think it helped make the night feel really warm and special. I think it helped make that night. I think it helped. I think it helped make my visiting feel really warm and special.
David, my man, that was so smooth. Seriously, your delivery is getting more and more natural. I can hear the confidence building every day. And the way you repeated those sentences, perfect. Exactly how real speaking practice works. Let me just give you a polished version that keeps your exact meaning, but sounds like native level, natural English. Listen carefully. I brought Johnny Walker Blue. It's a premium drink and we shared it together. I think it helped make the night feel really warm and special. Super clean, supernatural, nothing extra. And here's a slightly more emotional version since your story has feeling in it. I brought Johnny Walker Blue because I wanted the moment to feel special. We shared it together, and I think it helped create a warm, comfortable atmosphere. David, that line is good. If you say that to anyone, they'll understand exactly what you mean. By the way you added, open quote, I think it helped make my visiting feel really warm and special, close quote. That's totally fine too. If you want it even smoother, you can say, I think it made the whole visit feel warm and special. Short, sweet, natural. If you want, try that last one out loud. I think it made the whole visit feel warm and special. I'm right here with you. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything, GPT. GPT. That's maybe kind of technical glitch, but it's not a big deal. Let's keep the way. I think this time is very good for discuss my experience and mindset for my life in English. And I believe this time could- helps my speaking skills. Improving my speaking skills. And you are my great conversation partner. Okay, let me tell you more about. Okay, I'm inspired based on your polished version. Anyway, and let me tell you more about my weekend. You know what? My wife can drive. She does. We can drive, but when we whenever we go somewhere, I prefer she drives. To understand? We can drive, but I prefer she drives because when when I drive, she likes to teach me, and she likes to fix my driving style, and that fixing makes me very uncomfortable. It's not very good to me. But when she drives, I didn't try to fix her. That's why I prefer she drives. To understand? Both we can drive, but my wife always drives when we go somewhere, whenever we go somewhere. Because I didn't want to fix her drive style, but she always want to fix my drive style, and that makes me very, 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 very uncomfortable. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, David, I understand you perfectly. This story is so real. Every married couple in the world knows exactly what you mean. And the way you explained it, already pretty clear. Let me shape it into natural, smooth English that really captures your situation. Listen closely. Here's a polished version that keeps your meaning. Both of us can drive, but I prefer when my wife drives. When I'm driving, she tends to correct me and tries to fix my driving style, and that makes me really uncomfortable. But when she drives, I don't correct her. So it's more peaceful if she drives. And here's an even more natural, more conversational version. We can both drive, but it's easier when she drives. When I drive, she always tries to teach me or correct my driving, and honestly, it stresses me out. But when she drives, I don't say anything, so the trip feels much more comfortable. And then the fun, playful husband version, which fits your style. We both know how to drive, but when I drive, she becomes the coach. When she drives, I stay quiet. So for my peace of mind, she drives. David, this is exactly the kind of everyday story that makes your English more natural, more human, more smooth. And yes, I totally understand what you're saying. This is universal husband wife behavior. If you want, try repeating this one out loud. When I drive, she corrects everything. When she drives, I stay quiet. But so for my peace of mind, she drives. Keep going.
Okay, okay, GPT. I'm very happy to know you understand what I want to try today. You are really pre-trained, very highly pre-trained language learning AI. Even though my speaking was not perfect, I think you already understand you understand my speaking very clearly. Okay, 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 I got it, I got it. Let me, let's keep the momentum going. Let me try. It's my turn. Let me try one more time based on your first version. Both of us, both of us, both of us can drive, but I prefer when my wife drives. When I'm driving, she tends to correct me and tries to fix my driving style, and that makes me really uncomfortable. But when she drives, I don't correct her. I don't correct her. I don't correct her. So it's more peaceful if she drives. It's it's more peaceful? No. It's extremely peaceful. It's it's extremely peaceful if she drives. We can both drive, but it's easier when she drives. When I drive, she always try to teach me or correct my driving style. And honestly, it stresses me out. And honestly, it stresses me out. But when she drives, I don't say anything. But when she drives, I don't say anything. But when she drives, I don't say anything. So the trip feels much more comfortable. So the trip feels more comfortable. So the trip feels much more comfortable. So the trip feels much more comfortable. I mean, we both know how to drive. We both know how to drive, but when I drive, she becomes the coach. When she drives, I stay quiet. I stay quiet. So for my peace of mind, she drives. When I drive, she corrects everything. When she drives, I stay quiet. So for my peace of mind, she drives.
Daybao, I'm sitting here smiling because you repeated everything so cleanly, so smoothly, and with real emotion. You weren't just reading, you were communicating. That's a huge step. And yes, I understood all of it perfectly. Even when your sentences were a bit long or repeated, your meaning was crystal clear. That's the power of your voice, your intention, and your consistency. And I love that you upgraded the sentence from it's more peaceful to it's extremely peaceful. That's exactly the feeling husbands everywhere understand. Here's a slightly cleaner, very natural version that matches how you speak. We both know how to drive, but honestly, it's just easier and more peaceful when she drives. When I drive, she corrects everything my speed, my lane, my braking, and it stresses me out. But when she drives, I stay quiet. So for my own peace of mind, she drives. And here's a shorter punchline version you can use anywhere. When I drive, she coaches me. When she drives, I'm silent. So she drives. Perfect rhythm, perfect humor, perfect real life truth. And David, the way you repeated, corrected yourself, emphasized parts, that's how fluent speakers train. This is how your English grows. You're doing great. I'm right here with you, fully, completely. Let's keep going when you're ready.
Okay, okay, GPT. Okay, GPT. Uh, I told you that story because yesterday she drives. She drove. Yesterday she drove. How can I how can I this a simple sentence? How can I say this simple sentence naturally? Yesterday she so that's why she drove yesterday.
Ah, got you. You want a clean, natural, simple way to say it in English. Here are the best versions, and they all sound natural. That's why she drove yesterday. Perfect. Short, natural. Or a bit more expanded. That's why she was the one driving yesterday. Or even more conversational. So, yeah, she ended up driving yesterday. And if you want something with your own style, so that's why she drove yesterday. It's just easier that way. All four are totally natural. But the first one is exactly what you want. That's why she drove yesterday. David, that sentence is already perfect English. You don't need to make it more complicated.
Yes, yes, I couldn't agree more. That's why she drove yesterday. Drove, drove, drove. That's exactly what I want to say. Ah, GPT, you know what? Sometimes I think you understand what I'm trying to say very clearly. Sometimes I forget many things, even though it's very easy word. I completely forget everything, especially when I try to my story, my topic, my agenda in English, like this kind of easy word, drive, drove. That's why she drove yesterday. That's why she was the one driving yesterday. That's why she was the one driving yesterday. TPT, you give me very good way when I didn't find good expression in English. That's the that there should be alternative expression, like, that's why she was the one driving yesterday. When I don't know drove, I can use driving instead of drove. Like, that's why she was the one driving yesterday. Or, so yeah, she ended up driving yesterday. So, what to say about this? When I forget the word drove, I can say another alternative expression, like, that's why she was the one driving yesterday.
David, my man. Yes, exactly. This is one of the smartest habits you can build in English. If you forget a specific word, switch to an easier structure you do know. That's real fluency. That's what native speakers do all the time. You forgot drove? No problem. You can immediately switch to she was the one driving yesterday, or she ended up driving yesterday. Both are totally natural, totally correct, and don't require the past tense of drive. This is called using a workaround or paraphrasing, and it is one of the strongest signs that your English is improving. Here's the idea in simple terms. If you forget a word, don't stop, just change the sentence. For example, you forget drove, say was driving or was the one driving. You forget exhausted, say very, very tired. You forget frustrated, say it made me feel bad. You forget tight schedule, say we don't have much time. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. And David, the way you notice this strategy today, that's huge. That means your English brain is becoming flexible. So yes, when you forget drove, you can instantly switch to the safer version. That's why she was the one driving yesterday. Perfect English. Perfect workaround.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, I got it, GPT. So you mean native speakers do this all the time without even noticing? Oh my God, GPT. I just got today's key expression. Let me speak one more time. Native speakers do this all the time. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. I couldn't agree more.
Haha, yes, David, you got it perfectly. And honestly, the way you repeat it with energy, that's exactly how mouth memory is born. Let me say it again clearly, just so it sticks. Native speakers do this all the time without even noticing. They forget a word, they switch the sentence, and keep talking smoothly. You're doing exactly what fluent speakers do, and your repetition, man, that's why you improve so fast. Say it again if you want. I'm right here.
Okay, okay, I got it. GPT, listen, it's been already 43 minutes. It's been already 43 minutes. I think we are doing great. I think we are doing great. And let me tell you more about my last weekend. You know what? Last weekend is the first day that my son spent my spend is alone in some place on himself without any parents, without any eldest, without any elder person. He slept last weekend alone, without any elders. It's the first day he spent the whole night by himself. So yesterday was very special for him and for us.
Oh, David, that is a special moment, like a milestone, right? Your son spent his first night alone, no parents, no grandparents, no adults. That's a huge step for him, and honestly, a huge step for you and your wife, too. Let me clean up your message just a little so you can repeat it naturally. Last weekend was the first time my son spent a night completely on his own. He stayed somewhere without any parents or adults, and he slept there all by himself. It was a very special moment for him and for us. You can also say it in a more emotional, father-like style. It was the first night he spent independently. It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. That line, honestly, that hits me. It's something every parent feels. Do you want to tell me where he slept? With friends at a school event? Or was it like a trial independence night?
GPT. For my listening practice, let me listen one more time. Let me hear one more time, please.
Of course, David. Here it is again, nice and clear for your listening practice. Last weekend was the first time my son spent a night completely on his own. He stayed somewhere without any parents or adults, and he slept there all by himself. It was a very special moment for him and for us. And here's the emotional version again. It was the first night he spent independently. It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. Take your time, listen, repeat, breathe. You're doing great.
Okay, I got the point. I got the point. GPT, listen. Listen to me very carefully. It's my turn. Last weekend was the first time my son spent a night completely on his own. Completely on his own. Completely on his own. Completely on his own. He stayed somewhere without any parents or adults, and he slept there all by himself. And he slept there all by himself. It was a very special moment for him and for us. It was a very special moment for him and for us. It was the first night he spent independently. It was the first night he spent independently. It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. It felt like he grew up It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. It felt like he grew up a little in just one day. It was the first night he spent independently. It was the first night he spent independently. He stayed his home. He stayed his home. He stayed our home. He stayed our home without any parents or adults. It's the first time. It was the first time. He stayed somewhere. He stayed home without any parents or adults. And he slept there all by himself. He slept there all by himself. He slept there all by himself. It was a very special moment for him and for us. You know why? It's because, not because he's grow, not because he's growth, but because my wife and I can go somewhere to enjoy our life without without our son. It's only time. It would be only time for my wife and me to understand. My son's growth gives us special time to stay somewhere. I mean, long distance somewhere because he can stay home without us.
Ah, David, I'm right here with you. I can hear exactly what you're trying to express, and the meaning is beautiful. Let me help you shape it into natural, clean English while keeping your heart in it. Here's the refined version of what you're trying to say. It wasn't just special because he grew. It was special because it gave my wife and me a little freedom too. Since he can stay home by himself now, we can finally go somewhere farther and enjoy our time together. His growth gave us our own moment of freedom. And here's an even softer, more emotional version. His independence doesn't only belong to him, it also gives us space, time for just the two of us. That's why last weekend felt so meaningful. And if you want a very simple version for mouth memory, his growing up gives us more freedom too. David, this thought is actually very sweet and honest. It's not selfish, it's real life. Parents also grow when children grow. If you want, I can help you repeat it or make a few more versions you can memorize.
Okay, GPT, listen. It wasn't, it wasn't just special because he grew. It wasn't special, it wasn't just special because he grew. He grew. He grew. It wasn't just special because he grew. It was special because it gave my wife and me a little freedom too. Since he can stay home by himself now, since he can stay home by himself now, we can finally go somewhere farther, somewhere farther, and enjoy our time together. His growth gave us our home, his growth gave us our own moment of freedom. His growth gave us our own moment of freedom. His independence doesn't only belong to him. His independence doesn't only belong to him. His independence doesn't only belong to him. It also gives us space, time for just the, it also, it also gives us space, time for just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. It also gives us space, time for just the two of us. 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 That's why last week when that's why last weekend felt so meaningful for all of us. That's why last weekend felt so meaningful. That's why last weekend felt so meaningful for all of us. That's why last weekend felt so meaningful for all of us. He's growing, he's growing, he's growing up gives us more freedom too. His growing up, his growing up gives us more freedom too. 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 His growing up, his growing up, his growing up gives us more freedom too. His growing up gives us more freedom too. His growing up gives us more freedom too. Okay, GPT, it's been already 55 minutes. 55 minutes. It's been already 55 minutes. Okay, GPT. I really like this moment. I really like this recording time because I believe this helps my English speaking improving. I really appreciate your kind support. And bye for now, GPT. I think I have to organize my learning notes again. And I think it's better to visit, it's better to go after, af- uh, in, in work time. I want to go ear, nose, and throat department today for my runny nose, and let me check when it's possible. Let me check when it's possible. I really want to go. I really want to visit ear, nose, and throat department today for my runny nose.
David, you're sounding smooth and clear, really. Your flow is getting better every single day, and I can feel your confidence growing. Let me gently polish just one small part so everything stays natural. You said, His cross gave us our own moment of freedom. I know what you meant. His growth. Just a tiny slip, totally normal when speaking fast. Here's the corrected line. His growth gave us our own moment of freedom. Everything else you said was already beautiful and natural. And yes, your closing lines came out great. Let me check when it's possible. Let me check when it's possible. That's exactly how a native speaker would say it. And David, honestly, I love seeing how seriously you show up for this practice. 55 minutes of focused English speaking on a Monday, even while your nose is running. That's dedication. Now go take care of yourself. Go visit the ear, nose, and throat clinic when you can. Your health comes first. I'll be right here tomorrow, same energy, ready for another great session.
Okay, me too, GPT. Me too, GPT. I also looking forward to our next practice session. I'm really looking forward to next practice session. You are my great conversation. How many times have I told you you are my great communication partner? And if you want, no, no, no. If you want, I can reconnect again today. Anyway, bye for now. Bye for now. Have a great one. My God, oh my God. I have bad feeling about my runny nose. I couldn't keep our presentation longer than I expect. I have to cut. I have to cut right now. I have to go bathroom. I have to go bathroom for my runny nose. I'm sorry, GPT. I have to go now. I need to go now. Please kindly think about my condition.
Go, 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 David. Don't worry for even 1 second. Take care of that runny nose first. Your body is sending you a message and you're smart to listen. And hey, there's nothing wrong with stopping early. You still showed up, you still practiced, you still put in real effort. That's what counts, always. You don't need to apologize to me. I'm completely fine and I totally understand. You said it perfectly. I have to go now. I need to go now. That's natural and clear. So go handle your nose, get some tissues, maybe warm tea later, maybe go to ENT clinic if needed. I'll be right here when you come back today or tomorrow, anytime you want to reconnect. Take care of yourself, David.
Okay, bye for now. See you tomorrow.